Hey, Binance buys FTX. That come out of nowhere. Did you happen to buy the dip? Let's jump right into it. Now I'll try to get this video short, sweet, just to kind of give a quick rundown. FTX. Apparently it was no, they were just fine, and all of a sudden here we all get plastered with Binance buying FTX. I kind of woke up this morning and it had some deep discount sales going on. So normally my DCA Saturday turned into a DCA Tuesday for the next couple of weeks, all in one shot. Just kind of what I did. You do you. However we want to go through this. Granted, next year when they finally do announce that we'll be getting into where they're finally saying we are in a recession, even though we have been, it'll be a trip. For the rest of the year, I'm going to try to just save up, I think, on the DCAing, unless we get some good prices like that, and just kind of sit back and see where it goes. We could see a little bit more of a run, but for the way we got everything going between diesel fuel and all the war and everything every which way, I don't know. So anyways, I also had from a few good friends, they were kind of curious on transferring their stuff out of some of these websites. I can't blame them. I've been kind of transferring. I got a few different ledgers. Here's one of the boxes. This is an old Nano X here that I had. If we can get it to zoom in. Yeah, there we go. I've got a couple different versions. I even have a couple of them to where what I've done is I cloned the two of them. I just kind of keep them set away in the safe. Let's see here. Let's jump in. Now, I've pretty well massacred what I did have up in here for DCA, which I'll show you a quick video of how to go about it. Now, the Solana, I think I'm just going to hold. I'm not sure exactly what to do with it just yet. For everything that the company's doing, I'm believing in it. Just it does get a little bit spooky, but I figured for what I had this trip of transferring to the ledgers, I just kind of wanted to keep this 50 Solana here, just collecting that 4.0 APY just to see what it does. Now, when I do transfer, a lot of the times I will leave a little bit in my Coinbase account. That way everything comes right up when I click on assets. I ain't got to go surfing for it or yada, yada, yada. It's just the way I like doing it. This is no opinion of buy, sell, hold, trade. That is my opinion. I'm not telling you to go buy, sell, hold, trade, do whatever. This is just me. The whole avalanche moving to a ledger, it gets a little bit tricky. You got to actually go through the avalanche, which according to ledger it's third party, in which it is. That gets a little more tricky. Ethereum, I left that little bit. This year, I pretty well just use this on a daily back and forth for my USDC. Plus, I like collecting the reward points on it, in which I could view all. It's just little things, crap loads of different ones. Anyways, the big one that I'll go through and I will show is the Quant here. I'll go through, show you how that was all done. Now on my ledger side, you can see it right up in the corner there. I've got them posted one on top of the other. On my ledger, you can actually see it all worked just fine. I actually did a small $2 transfer just to double check things. Then on Ethereum, did the same thing there. I probably should clean this up. There's a lot of stuff that I don't have anymore that I've either traded or sold or what throughout last year. Last year was nuts. Yes, I am still holding a little Cardano, not a whole lot. I ain't got any big expectations there. But anyways, on Quant, I had my Ethereum on here. It was all created. And as you can see, it shows up now. So, here it is. We'll cut in. I'll show you how just to make the quick and easy transfer on it. Biggest thing is to double check those addresses. Double check them, copy paste. Don't try to write them down and type those things in. They're wild. Other than that, have a good one. All right. Now I've already went through and opened up my Ledger Live account. I've got my NanoX already logged in with my PIN. Now on the Ethereum, anything with the ERC20 token, I'm going to turn around and transfer some Quant today off of my Coinbase. Yeah, I figured I'd better kind of get some of that done. But it's always safer to own your own wallet. The thing with Binance and all that going on, everything plummeted. So I decided to do a little bit of buying. And I'm going to go through and update this here. All right, accounts, add account. I just put the ticker in QNT. And as we showed over here, it is going to fall underneath the Ethereum. And we're going to click, yep. Yep, that's what we want. Receive. And yes, we want the Ethereum. All right, this address right here is what I want to send everything to. Copy. I got to verify it, in which we can just hit this. And I got to verify it, just making sure all of them are identical to is on my ledger here with that. Yep. Approve. Okay. Send and receive again. I'm just going to do for Quant instead of dollar amount. Send all. Whoops. There we go. I'm going to leave just a little bit of it in there. So I am going to do 47. That way I leave one in my Coinbase account. That is just where, to me, in the back of my head, it makes it easier just for everything to come right up on the main asset screen instead of wiping everything out. Because things coming down, especially with the recession here coming this next year, which we're in one right now, just after they actually go ahead and say it's a recession. I kind of, if I can, I'm going to keep buying. We're going to come back in here. We're going to do the exact same address again. And then we're going to hit continue. Well, our network fee ain't quite as drastic as I thought it was going to be. That equals out 0.01. And again, authenticator app. All right, we are sent. And again, says usually takes less than 10 minutes. And quant available. Well, during transaction, it kind of looks, yeah, ain't quite get the full quant there, but that's all right. We'll hit done, and we'll be back and see what it does. All right, we're back into Ledger Live. Now, I hadn't waited or nothing on this. This was fairly quick. And here we go. And again, it was about 2 minutes. My quant is showing up. And there we go. Looks like on this one also, the same thing goes with the BNB. Any of the tokens, it'll show right up and underneath. And there we go. That's pretty easy all in all to transfer stuff to a ledger. You just got to make sure that your little string of numbers there is correct. That's why I said, yeah, copy paste stuff in the market, not even on crypto just alone. Tesla has took a serious hit. Amazon has took a hit. We've been down all year. But this is where the great time is to accumulate. Just pay attention, do your research. Don't just listen to anybody and everybody about what is latest, greatest, whatever. Pick some solid plays out. Do your DCA. Don't jump in. Do the $5 a day. Something for comparable to a cup of coffee that you wouldn't actually miss. Put it aside and forget about it. Over time, yes, it will turn around and turn out to be interesting. Because really, all in all, if you can pick 4 or 5 plays on DCAing into, you only need to hit in a couple of them in the next bull run. It really don't get too much easier than that. A lot of people I run across that's kind of got into it, some of them I work with, they buy 1 share, 2 share, and they did it at the beginning of the year, and they've seen it do nothing but drop. That is the market. That's how it's done in history. It up, down, up, down. DCAing, you just want to get it to where your average is down as low as you can. It's the easiest way to go about it, especially through times like this. You've got so many different things going on in the world. It's mind-boggling. The whole thing right now that I keep listening to is diesel. Well, things eventually straighten out. 2030, it sounds like that's where a lot of the electric stuff comes into play. I really have not any kind of clue of how any of that's going to come about getting done. It might be for quite a rough ride. Me, myself, I plan on holding everything on these. It's upwards of somewhere between that 2024, 2025. And even if we do get into the bull run, and it ends up getting to where I'm thinking, okay, it's getting up there. I ain't gonna just sell all. I plan on doing quarters. First time around, I'll sell off a quarter, let some set for a while. If it goes on another big old run, okay, maybe another quarter. I get down to that last quarter, I probably ain't going to have all of this sold off until 2030. And even at that point in time, I'll probably still leave those couple of shares like I just showed you on Coinbase, just letting them set. Got to quit looking at quick buck overnight unless you want to become a day trader, and that really helps is when you've already got buku bucks to day trade in. That way when the markets fluctuate a buck, you make some money. Other than that, that's the easiest way I look at investing in crypto as software. Eventually, we're going to all end up going digital. It's the same as what the saying has been for years. Eventually, one of these days, everything's going to be computerized. Well, I don't think anything's different from that. Now, I have seen quite a few people talk about they're just dropping all that stuff and investing in gold. Fine, dandy. But I do kind of look at people on that one also, and it's kind of like, well, really, all in all, what's gold really do for anybody? Who sets the value of gold? What makes it valuable? Because really, all no, we've got jewelry. We do have some going into electronics, and there is a good supply for it. But when everything really hits down and crashes, are you going to be able to go to the dollar store and maybe hammer and chisel and knock off a little corner of a gold bar or something for a loaf of bread or a thing of toilet paper? Mm-hmm. So really, all no, we're all in it together. We just got to pull together, make it through this. Anyways, I'm DIY Dan, and have a good one.